Welcome to Dorker Realms. While most gamers will be familiar with Dungeons & Dragons from the newest edition of the game, there is a movement amongst some players called the Old School Revival, taking inspiration from the design philosophy of the earliest editions of D&D and bringing them into the modern era. These games and adventures emphasize the weird, the challenging, and the hardcore. Bear witness as our intrepid players explore unusual and dangerous tales in these old school adventures. This is part 3 of Jewels of the Carnifex. Though the adventures can be listened to in any order, we recommend beginning with the first episode of any given adventure. We go now to the table to delve into Dorker Realms.
Welcome back, everyone. What's wrong with my welcome back?
Fidel has caught the plague.
No, it's funny
It's been
because
a long 2 weeks.
it's just funny because it's so consistent. Like you could be on death's door, and then you're just like, "Hello there."
Hello, it's Fidel.
I think that vendor in the market gave me something.
Was it a turnip?
I don't want healing from Petra.
It was hair.
There
There was a big spider.
Anyway, where are we, GM?
Doors.
So, at the end of the previous episode, you guys had entered through the door depicting a starving child, and then you'd found that inside the room it was overgrown with roots kind of coming down from above, and there was light shining from above, and you guys climbed up the roots, and you emerged into a hallway with, like, a broken floor, essentially, thanks to the roots. So you were able to climb up into this higher level of the complex that you're inside.
We heard pounding drums.
Yes, you did. So one end of the hallway leads to like a small chamber where the roots that you can see kind of shrivel up and die off. And then the other end leads to a much wider chamber, which is like really brightly lit, and you can hear the drums coming from there. And there's... Well, I can just fully re-describe the room, actually.
I think we're good.
And that... The entrance into that larger chamber with the balcony is kind of overgrown with vegetation. Like, you can see into it, but you kind of have to clear the vegetation away to go into said room.
If only we had some sort of device made for cutting down vegetation.
Pothos?
Pothos steps dramatically from the group, grinds his teeth.
That's what I was thinking, but that will work too.
Let's roll to see how many pounds of root Pothos eats.
Well, he's not eating, he's just ripping and tearing.
Rip and tear until it's
like
done.
Also, anything Pothos can swallow, he can digest, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So you guys spend maybe 20 minutes or so with Pothos working away at that, clearing the roots for you guys before the way into the chamber is clear. Do you want me to re-describe it now?
This is the way.
Only if they need it, I'm good.
Wait, of the chamber that we're about to go into?
When we left off last time,
when
I
we
just
left off.
read it, but
The one
I'm
we're
asking
leaving?
No, the one you're going into. So,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was going to, and then I was told that you didn't need it. From
I said I didn't.
Ryan
need it.
doesn't need it because
Yeah.
he's omniscient.
So I was waiting.
And has perfect
to hear
recall.
from you.
I listened to the episode because I edited that one.
And has perfect recall.
So, emerging from the hallway, you are almost overwhelmed by the hot stink of rot rolling from the chamber before you. Sickly yellow roots hang from cracks in the walls and ceiling, and the floor is overrun with thick patches of black moss and scabby lichen. Across the chamber, crumbling stairs rise to a stone balcony above. Sputtering torches hang about the lower level, casting weird flickering shadows throughout the chamber. A slow, methodic drumming sound comes from somewhere in the darkness above.
Looks like we're going up those stairs.
Looks like we will need to be careful they do not look stable.
Oh, you mean me? Reza?
Or just in general, but
Yeah.
yes,
sure.
you could maybe chest gem for us. You are the lightest on your feet.
All right. Let's use what's left of my luck that I overburn. Here we go.
as Reza kind of walks across the chamber towards the stairs leading up to the balcony, the drumming stops.
And then I check for traps.
So you bend down and you start like looking around for traps there, and you're very certain that there's no traps. And just as you're concluding your search, javelins rain down from the balcony above. But I don't think they can actually hurt you because of shield.
No, I don't think so either.
I still retreat.
Plus 20 against projectiles.
No, they reduce the damage of projectiles that hit you by 20, let alone them trying to hit you.
And so the javelins just kind of bounce off the magical shield surrounding Reza.
Fuck.
And you can kind of see the shadow of figures on the balcony above.
Ah, the locals! Let's go greet them!
Petra will, I guess, lead the party charge towards whatever enemies are on the balcony.
All right. So Petra, followed by the party.
Same marching order.
I don't have it written down anymore.
Petra, Reza, Jesus. That took me a while.
Well, we've got Jesus with us now.
Oh, so
that should make things easier.
That's smart. You keep Jesus right in the center of the party with 2 in front of him and 2 behind so that he's well guarded.
Mindel and Pothos. Jesus can use lay on hands if anyone gets hurt.
He has unlimited use.
We always leave room for Jesus in
so
the
does
marching order.
Petra.
That's why she always wears her armor.
All right. So you guys charge across the chamber and begin making your way up these relatively ancient stone steps. And as you are kind of going up it, I don't know, like as you're a few steps up, you can now more clearly see the figures who have taken a defensive position at the top of the stairs. And let me see. So the figures are humanoid, though all of them are like hunchbacked, and they're kind of marred by these large tumors that are growing from them. So they're all kind of hunched over and a bit twisted and deformed looking, and they're all wearing extremely crude makeshift armor, probably because regular armor would no longer fit their bodies with all these tumors. So they've got like some patches of ring mail, some strips of boiled leather, and then some like hammered plates, all kind of like stitched into a weird mishmash. And all of them have their faces covered by like bags or hoods of some kind. And they carry like ruined swords and maces that are all like broken and rusted, and then the most common weapon amongst the 3 of them. So the two of them, yeah. They have like banded staffs, which are topped with hammered out spikes. And they've essentially taken up a position where, as you try to come up the stairs, they'll be able to kind of whack-a-mole you guys, but they can also duck back into cover very easily. And roll for initiative, please, after that very long-winded description.
10. Oh, mic bump.
Mike bump.
Make me.
11 for Petra.
But Petra always goes after Bendel. Mike bump.
18.
Whoa.
8.
That
Goat
sounds
just
about
charges past us, hits one guy and then eats him. Oh, Jesus. My God.
Bowling for buzzards.
Oh yeah, I
Bowling
can't forget
for
to
buzzards. I love it.
can't forget to roll for Jesus.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he's with you guys in your party. All right. Pothos is the fastest among you.
I guess he's gonna just try and bite the person he's closest to.
Charge.
So you're gonna do the
I
little
don't
goat.
have that written down.
Charge? You can just charge.
It's just describing how you're moving towards them and attacking.
Okay. Okay, I don't know how that works.
You get a +2 to your attack.
So is it a charge attack or do I charge to bite?
It's a charge attack. You get your attack is a bite, and then you have your headbutt too.
Horns. Yeah, I guess I'll ram them.
Okay.
I'm gonna ram them.
Ramming speed.
Be a thing.
It's a ram.
Not 100% sure that it is.
No, I mean for the goat.
Oh.
We should
Charge
make
is a thing.
Street Fighter named.
What's the downside? Do they get +2 against Pothos?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Potho's armed. Or
23
armored.
to hit.
No, yeah, they get a headbutt or a butt head charge.
Absolutely.
Nice. So then it's 4 plus
Shatter that spine.
8. 10.
Oh, the wars have a special. They just get a plus. You get a +1 until level 5, and then after level 5 becomes a +2, but you get no negative, and it goes to your attack and damage.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so 11.
You can never catch the goat by surprise. It's just always pivoting.
So,
Well, yeah, that's why they have the pupils that are shaped like that, because they have such a wide view,
Range of
peripheral
vision.
view.
Yeah.
Pothos kind of hops up the last flight of the stairs and just charges into this poor misshapen creature and nearly kills him in a single blow, horribly mauling him.
Pothos is a
As he-
goat. He doesn't have sympathy. You can't make me feel bad for doing this.
As he makes pitiful, pained yells.
Petra is also going to follow Pothos up the stairs and attack with her chainsword at. You said there were 3 of them.
Yes, there are 3 of them, and there's only enough room with the stairs for you to be like 2 across. So if you 2 are in melee, then they can't get into melee.
Well, that's kind of our job.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
So yeah, she'll charge in and attack. I guess if Pothos will be on the left, she'll be on the right, and she'll attack the other one on the right. Revving up the chainsword with that heavenly choir echoing behind it.
You're beautiful.
Oh,
Is that the heavenly choir?
well, that's only actually going to be like. Are these things considered unholy?
No.
Okay, then only a 10.
No, they're just ugly.
10 damage?
No, a 10 to hit.
Oh, a 10 to hit. Miraculously, you do not hit.
She slips on a step and just the chainsword scrapes against the stone.
I feel like that doesn't happen very often lately. Bin. That's what I've got written down. That's
Ben?
Ben?
Ben. Ben.
Ben.
Ben.
Ben.
Obin Del Kenobi.
What, Bindell? Bindell L. Johnson?
Present.
All right, Bindell spends his turn staring off. And
I did hear it was my turn. Is it Bindell L. Johnson's turn?
It's been Bindell L. Johnson's turn.
All I heard is someone calling for a Ben. I'll magic missile him or whatever. What is that?
5?
Oh, that's probably 1 damage, but let me check.
You have such flaccid magic missiles these days.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
Hey,
14.
it happens to us all.
1 whole damage to one of them.
Which one?
Well, let me double check. Might be just enough to not be 1 damage. I'm pretty sure. Oh, maybe it's. Oh no! 1 single magic missile that does 1d4 plus caster level. Let me get out my die. That's. I feel like an old man today.
Sound like an old man today.
I'm really getting my wizard stuff together. That's how you know a wizard's really powerful.
I have some
He sounds
coupons.
old and decrepit.
I only have change. I'm so sorry.
I already have some. I've already taken it.
Oh, okay.
Grandpappy's cough syrup. Top
Paul.
shelf.
It's just blackberry jam and gin.
D4s.
It's quinine.
Quinine.
Yes. It's
Quinine and a Quaalude.
Quaaludes.
Quail Man's quinine for Quaaludes.
How's that? A 3? A 1?
On the top or the bottom?
The top.
That's a 4.
Oh, nice. So that's
8?
9 damage.
On.
The one that's already damaged.
Okay.
The one Pothos knocked over?
I'll just kill that guy.
So Bindell's magic missile goes flying over Pothos's head and obliterates what's left of the poor creature.
Fatality.
And his 2 remaining comrades attempt to batter Pothos with their staves. What's Pothos's AC?
21.
Plus 8.
29.
Jesus.
Wait, is it base? Oh, it's because of the chainmail. Is it base 21? I thought. Okay.
Jesus.
That's a tank.
How the hell? 21 without shield? How?
I'm
The
just-
goat starts at 11 at level 1, and then every level after that they get plus 1.5, and you round up if it's ever an odd integer, plus the agility modifier.
Why play a fighter? Just play a goat.
They're getting
Goat War.
Their level.
Go to war.
They're 11 plus 4.5, so that brings them to 15 plus the chainmail. That's plus 5 plus their agility modifier. That's 21.
Wow.
Goat
Yeah, I remember.
agility.
I remember remarking that it's even higher AC than Petra has with magical plate mail.
Yeah.
The difference is that
We don't know
Pothos
if your
can,
plate
like,
mail's really
bathe.
that magical.
What's
It gives a +1.
Oh, is it plus 1?
It is +1. Yeah.
I thought it was just cursed.
Oh, jeez.
The staves bounce uselessly off of Pothos's indestructible shell. It's now Reza's turn.
Are those bags on their heads fastened tightly? Or could I
Like-
snatch it off their heads?
You could try.
You have to get up there, too.
Yeah, and move past the 2 of us who are engaged in melee combat with them.
Yeah, I'm Reza.
I guess you could try like wall
He's
run
raised
over
the
it.
lawful. He can do this.
I can no, because like that's too many actions, right? To
You should be able to do that.
climb up the wall and then just grab their.
No, that's fine.
You think I can just do all that?
Sure.
Okay. I don't know what that would accomplish though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're feeling it, go for it.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Get a look at them.
Yeah.
Or maybe they'll cower and tower with their faces uncovered or
Maybe
something
they're
like
Gorgons.
Oh, they turn each other to stone? That's why they have to wear it? Is it time to get stupid? We should get stupid.
Let's always get stupid.
Let's get stupid. So I do like my climb sheer surfaces.
Yeah.
Okay.
that. Robin, I'm imagining at this point Pothos is
Pretty
basically
bad.
the goat mercenary from
Oof.
the Green Eggs and Ham.
I'm not going to say that if I had access to a motorcycle that he wouldn't ride it.
12.
Is that
All right.
with your big bonus?
I rolled a 3.
Oh my god.
And then I have my agility bonus +1 +8.
All right, then make me an attack roll.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. So
We forgot to close the back
Yeah, you
door.
should probably do that.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
unacceptable.
Disappointed.
I thought that was your phone.
Disappointed.
So I roll on my crit table for snatching of hands.
I try to grab his hood. I accidentally slap him to death.
You reach out.
Grab his hood and you just rip his head off.
Oh, did you hurt him?
Fatality.
It's like Scooby Doo, but Mortal Kombat
No, you
universe.
get to grab the top of the hood and instead grab the back, and he's just choking to death because he can't breathe anymore.
Ah,
It's just a gas mask.
why won't it come off?
Hey, Scooby, I think it was Old Man Withers. Wait, hold on. Let me shake the back so the head falls out.
So
yeah.
So Reza like runs up along the back wall and then like does a flip to kind of get up onto the balcony from a few steps down, and then he runs around behind one of the misshapen figures and just like grabs the bag on their head and rips it right off, and then like they spin around bewildered and you can see their face, and like you kind of get the idea that this was once a normal human, maybe even kind of a good-looking guy, because you can kind of see like a hint of a strong jawline there. But the proportions of his face are just wrong. He's got like a big tumor on one side of his face, and a lot of his hair is thinning out and gone, and he's like, his eyes are kind of cloudy, and he looks at you with kind of a shocked look that his bag was ripped off, and then he gets like this storm of emotions. First, he's kind of like shocked and reviled, almost like he's disgusted that he's been like his form is out for others to see, and then just brute anger kind of comes to his face. His like teeth are grit, and then it's Pothos' turn. He's got like anger tears in the corners of his eyes.
How close am I to the crying guy?
Close enough.
I'm gonna bite him in the ass.
All right.
Just Pothos is Colossus with organic steel hide.
Right.
What do you use of a non-standard die for the bite?
D14. Six.
Total?
Yeah, to hit.
No, that's a miss,
Damn
I'm
it.
afraid.
All these tumors, I can't tell where his ass is.
That's okay. He's got a Hank Hill ass.
Did you add your D6?
Yes.
Oh, on top of the
It-
D14?
It was. I rolled a 3 on my
Oh,
D14.
Jesus. Okay.
You had me look, Danny or Ryan. You had me write down.
Oh, nice. Okay, good.
Petra.
Oh, you do both. There it is. You get your D20 roll and your bite roll.
Oh, okay. So I guess I'm also.
In addition to its basic action die, the God of War receives a bite attack.
Okay, so I'll also headbutt him.
And you get to add the d6 to both of them?
Yeah, it's the equivalent of the dwarf's shield bash.
Right.
18 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do.
That'll do, goat. 4 damage.
You said he's like a good-looking guy. What celebrity would you describe?
No, he said he used to be a good looking.
No, I know, but
So
like
describe a celebrity who used to be good looking. Who's the guy that played
He's a Gary
Tarzan?
Busey.
no,
Kevin Sorbo.
Sorbo with tumors.
Who's Kevin Sorbo? Did he play a superhero?
Yes,
Kevin
he played
Sor-
Hercules.
Sorbo, like it's sorbet.
He didn't play Hercules. He played Hercules, but you're saying he played the Greek god Hercules, but not Marvel Hercules, who's basically the Greek god Hercules.
Yeah.
So
So,
it doesn't count.
so Pothos fails to find the man's ass, and out of frustration, headbutts him in the back and like badly hurts him.
This is what happens when a goat can't find some ass.
Moving quickly on to Petra's turn.
That's a good choice.
So was it only Reza who's able to see the facial details, or were we able to get a look before he whipped around?
I guess you saw a very brief look before he whirled
Just-
around.
Enough to tell that it does look like he used to be human?
Yes.
Okay, then Petra will use word of command to command the one she failed to hit last turn to surrender.
Okay.
Are we working? Is that, do you think, an acceptable? Well, I guess
Yeah, I mean, that's-
guess
It's
we'll find out.
human.
That's human, and that's a pretty straightforward command.
Because I want to, avoid any of the complications that
Yeah.
we discussed about last time.
Yeah,
Appreciated.
I think that one's pretty good.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that might not work on a more animalistic creature, but since it looks human, okay,
Misinterpret too. It's hard for a human
Yeah.
to misinterpret that.
okay, that will be
It's like, I surrender myself to God.
I mean, she would also accept that.
God.
He looks over to Jesus.
Die!
He looks over to Jesus and he's like, I accept you. And Jesus is like, good job, Petra. I knew I was tagging along for a reason.
Thumbs up, Jesus. That's cool.
Yeah, it's Buddy Christ.
Buddy Christ.
So that'll be 12. Yeah, I think it's it's plus 5, so 13. It gets a will save. Beat a 13. I'm probably pretty easy.
I don't know if it's pretty easy. He probably has like a +1. He rolled a 1, didn't he?
He did. Which is technically a 0 since he has a -1. He drops his staff and falls to his knees.
Petra nods.
Bindel?
Al Johnson? Present. Oh, look, a 15 this time.
And then he dumps his papers everywhere.
It's one of those days.
Just one of those.
I'll do 6 damage.
It's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everything is fucked. Everybody
It
sucks.
You sound like Edmund and Bane pretending to be an old granny. Like,
It would be painful for you.
I believe that we've been indoctrinated. Yes.
You magic missile him in his now extremely battered backside.
Take that.
Yes, the pollen and spores are getting to Bindel already.
This Bindel
It
voice is
begins.
hard.
Why, the very air is a poisonous fume. You do not merely go into Mordor.
All right. He turns around and then he kind of like jumps down the stairs swinging his staff at Bindel. What's your AC?
Wouldn't he have to get past Pothos to do that?
No, because they were like standing on the side of the stairs, so you guys had to kind of like get up there.
22.
My God, he hits.
What?
Let's see. Damage. Okay. How does 5 points of damage sound?
Quite painful.
Good thing your shield reduces it by 2.
That's a good point.
what's that rubbing noise?
Oh, sorry. I thought I could get a little pocket action in while we were
Jesus
playing.
Christ!
Yeah, he's there too. We've established this.
You left room for him in your pocket action?
Who do you think
See,
is
now we
doing it?
need a RPG subclass that's or a class that's the masturbator, and the subclass can be like a bonus can be pocket action.
Yeah, the pocket cat class.
Please roll for initiative to your pocket action.
No, roll for stealth.
Oh, roll for Not if you're on a subway in New York. They just do that shit.
Sleight of hand.
Well, I've been hit in the head. Whose turn is it now?
How long does your word of command last for
Oh, that's a
in
good
that
question.
case?
1 round.
So like,
Oh, he's red. He's up and fighting.
oh, is it 1 round?
Yeah, not 1 turn.
Oh, okay.
I rolled the lowest result possible.
So he surrendered, and now he took his.
Well-
that was his 1 round to not do anything.
Yeah,
Well, he didn't take his turn yet where he
Yeah, he did. He just did now. They would go together.
yeah.
So the other guy hit me. That would be his turn.
And this now he has been surrendered, and now he is done surrendering. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And it is Ray's turn.
Too bad I can't do a backstab while he was down.
It's so fucked how like
You
low
still
results
I
are
can?
complete shit,
Okay.
and high results are
Are
really
so overpowered.
yeah.
He's been surrendered, and then his next turn he'll be acting again. So
Oh.
you could still get your backstab in there.
No, nothing in his hand. So you can really get back there and just start wailing away at it.
You can take your pocket action.
Ooh, what kind of pocket are we talking about?
jeez.
Look, Bindel, you're on the outside now. No more prison pocket pilfering.
Bindel, can we really have to talk about the fact that your hand never came out of your pocket the entire adventure.
What are you, a pervert? You little pervert, you got a little pocket pull action?
All right, let's talk about it. Bend over. Oh, I see you're resisting. Look at my light bulb.
Red Rover, send Bind over. Oh, here we go. Backstab. All right. Nope. It's 3 plus 3, right?
Oof.
So that's do I get a bonus from agility?
Yeah, you'd modify it by your agility.
So yeah, it's only 7. So
You fail.
yeah, on my backstab.
You failed.
Can you dig it? All right.
Pothos.
It's really pathetic.
I'm gonna try and bite him, and then if that doesn't work, headbutt him, and then maybe he'll die.
Which one? The one that is on his knees in front of Petra, or the one that
Ooh,
jumped
yeah, I'm
down
gonna
the
bite
stairs?
him in the face and then headbutt him in the face. That sounds fun.
It's like vindictive, malevolent goat.
Indestructible goat.
12 to hit?
Sadly, no.
Dang, I miss biting him, so I'm gonna try and headbutt him in the face.
Remember, you share the d6.
Yes,
for both
that's
of
why
you.
I'm setting it to the side and then
Nice.
just moving it as needed.
Nice.
You're doing good.
Thank you. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 to hit.
Absolutely.
Your headbutts are real effective.
Same D6.
You're so much better than Hamish as far as battle effectiveness.
8 points of damage.
Oof.
Also has like twice the health Hamish had.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we all have more health than
Hamish?
back then, yeah.
We haven't leveled since then.
I leveled.
Fox.
Huh.
Don't,
Yeah, yeah.
Pothos viciously
Feels like a long
headbutts
time. It's not.
his bagged head, and blood comes kind of dripping down from the bottom of the blag and back of the blag,
The blood bag.
Blood bag.
staining the front of the bag as he howls in pain.
Turning it into a black.
Petra.
Gorsh.
Piotr, he will surrender.
Dark evil from the depths of hell. I told you this. He's malevolent. But he's ours.
He's a goat.
And
The greatest of all time.
ours is too was a frog. Snakey was a snake.
No, they were demons, you shaman.
Dark evil eliminated from this goat.
I just imagine a little thought bubble appearing above Bindel's head of the demon he never showed the rest of the party.
Boob.
He's like,
Booby.
that was
Boobit.
the worst.
Boobs.
A me boob.
A me boob.
I just imagine that one's still out there, and God didn't unsummon that one. But just still haunts the area where I did the ritual.
Please tell me, God, if I'm an ass man or a boob man.
If you're walking through the forest, young William, and you smell a horrible foul stench that makes you vomit, and you hear the chiming of jingling teats, you know you've wandered too far into the
Speaking of jingling teeth.
It's an amoeba with chiming teeth.
You know that sound you've been looking for? I think it's over here. Womp ba doo da ba womp baby boo. Do, 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 do. Harry, don't go into the forest of puberty.
It's too full for this shit.
Oh God.
Thank you for waiting patiently, Vox. I believe it's clear now.
Yes. Petra will, making him surrender didn't stop Pothos from attacking him, so
Maybe you need to tell Pothos to stand down.
maybe she needs to word of command Pothos. No.
Shakes it off and then headbutts you.
Yeah, honestly.
Berserker barrage.
bites Petra and rips the armor off, and Petra's like, I'm free!
Eats the armor.
That could work.
You're just super pruning.
She's going to try and she's going to word of command him again. Maybe if he, I don't know. She wants to try and keep one alive so they can find out what happened to these guys. You know, try and talk to them. We don't know, but if the rest of the party is intent on killing them, then whatever. But she'll word of command this one to basically to kneel.
He's gonna fight on his
Get
knees.
back on your knees.
Just starts biting at us.
That'll be a 21. Oh, that gives a different result. Oh, I can combine the word of command with a gesture that clarifies intent. So I will point to like a corner of the balcony away from Pothos.
Okay.
So that maybe he goes over there and kneels, and Pothos will turn his attention back to the other guy.
Maybe.
Maybe not. Maybe
Just tell
Pothos
guys
will pursue. But
to turn their back and bend over. That's all I'm hearing.
Does
So-
he get a will save?
I believe he always gets a will save, except maybe at like the highest result. Yeah, if he fails the save, he must obey the command for 5 turns. 5 turns, yes.
Yeah, 50 minutes, you know.
Stand in the corner. You know what you did.
All right.
Yeah,
He failed.
Yeah, you did. You guilty little.
Bindell. L. Johnson,
Thank you.
the third.
Do you know who my parent is? I'm an orphan. They found me in a basket with a note with my name.
Yeah, Bindell L. Johnson the second was not.
A stand-up guy.
No.
Is that a 6?
That is an 8.
Oh, okay. That's probably still the same thing.
Don't you have like a +9 total?
I like counting every time. It's
Come
harder
on.
that way.
Come on, lost failure.
No, it's definitely not that.
definitely
I
not
need to roll like a 4.
Use that abacus.
That's still the same
Oh, okay.
missile.
You're just rolling like progressively one higher each time?
Yes, I do 6 whole damage.
All right. So Bindell magic missiles the one that's right in front of him on the stairs and just blasts a hole through his tumorous chest. And then he kind of like falls forward on top of Bindell on the stairs, and Bindell's just like, just has to kind of push him over the side.
That's what you get for hitting me in the head, you bitch.
And the last of the adversaries starts crawling towards the corner on his knees of the balcony. Raisa's turn.
Raise the Lawful's turn.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Raise the
Lawful.
lawful's gonna try to backstab again. Take it, daddy.
I'm ready.
Okay, this is better. 14 plus 4, so 18.
Yeah, roll that damage.
Anime waifu Petra.
Petra-chan kawaii.
I didn't make her sexy enough.
Sugoi.
Ice cream fish ship.
It's the same one that's opening.
Yeah, I know.
okay.
I like Rez's boots.
This is the first time I've done a backstab as a thief.
The first time you've successfully
Oh my
managed to do
God.
this.
No, it's like the second time
Paul,
he's ever attempted
the way you
it.
drew her face, she totally looks like a Madoka Magica character.
Oh my god, she totally does.
Yeah,
she looks like a magical girl. It's great.
Yeah,
It's pretty awesome.
thanks.
Oh, and you even got her lead holy symbol in
A little
there.
bit better than the Bindell from the same set.
What are you talking about? I made 3 Bindells. 2 I published. No,
Is that JoJo character Bindell?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Because of the stupid chain that he has, and then I try to like make it fiery and
Oh,
stuff.
I totally didn't.
He's got a hat.
Should share them all in.
Oh, 1d10. My blades have a backstab damage. That's right.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
buddy.
the Krillin one. That's great.
It's awesome. I think that captures Bindell to a Tito.
I don't know. Krillin's too nice.
Oh, yeah, but if he was more curmudgeon-y and... Okay, so 9, right?
Total?
So it's like 1d10.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I rolled
Okay.
a 9.
All right. So this guy is crawling away on his knees towards the corner, and Reza comes up behind him and just grabs him and stabs him right in the spine with his knife. And the guy twitches a few times before going limp.
Reza, why'd you do it yet?
because he was like all.
He was kneeling. He was going to kneel.
He's so lawful. He just couldn't let this chaotic monster go.
I thought you were going to do something to him.
Yeah, we were going to talk to him.
Yeah, but
I was going to talk to him.
well, what if he converted us or something? I don't want those
What if-
tumors.
What? I don't think that's how it works.
I don't know. I mean, like,
Oh, smart.
religion is really potent.
I mean, he started worshiping the optical god, and he only talked to an optical priest one time.
I did it for the endorsement, but that's what us lawful people do.
We don't stab people in the back who are not fighting. Well, maybe you do, but
Well, that's because he's so lawful.
It was karma. He started it. Look, I couldn't let something that half ugly, half Kevin Sorbo beautiful out in the world. You know, look, God is not dead, but that guy needs to be. So, Jesus, you can back me up, Jesus, right?
Jesus healed people with tumors.
It's true, I did.
Yeah, but what about that fig tree?
Hey, look. That knows what it did.
I know, you're allergic.
Can you believe this guy, Petra?
No, I cannot, and he claims to be lawful.
That's his name.
Exactly.
I can sense
Razor
your
the Lawful from
neutrality.
Goose Poop Alley.
It's like when you have a doctor whose first name is Doctor. His name is Razor the Lawful.
Or when you have a ferret whose name is Guinea Pig.
Judge Reinhold. His name's Judge.
That was our plan, remember?
No, I want to name him. If I ever get a ferret, I want to name him Jaws.
No, but we were joking about it because we were told we could have a guinea pig, so we said we'd get a ferret and name him Guinea Pig.
Yes, we have a guinea pig.
We have Guinea Pig. Is there a door or doorway or something at the top of this at the balcony?
So up here on the balcony, you can see that this balcony is regularly cleared of growth, unlike the chamber below. And although there are tendrils of fresh roots which protrude from cracks in the low ceiling, and there are 20 makeshift javelins which stand at the back of the balcony, along with 4 bundles of torches. Their tips smeared in some kind of pitch to keep them burning. And there's also a large kettle drum here, which kind of dominates the balcony. And the skin of the drum is some kind of like dyed red leather, tattooed with the sign of the starburst. And you can see that the mallet for the drum that one of them was presumably using is a human femur, the head of which is wrapped in the skin of some kind of animal. And behind the drum, there is a about 20 feet wide hallway that leads further into the building, and the wide hall is overrun with an abundance of vegetation. Thick roots crack the ceiling and roll across the floor, where bulbous mounds of moss and lichen lay about like soft hills. Smoky torches are arrayed throughout, fastened to standing roots, staked in the moss and wedged into cracks in the stone. And you can't really see clearly... Sorry, my mouth got a bit phlegmy there. You can't really see clearly to the other side of the hall because of all the vegetation. You kind of have to like work your way through there if you want to go down the hallway. And you do occasionally catch glimpses of figures kind of moving around in there.
Okay. Before we continue, I actually want to like search the little area we were in before, like we came up the stairs.
Oh, the room
Yeah.
before the
lower
stairs.
level?
Yeah.
Can I roll the bodies while they're doing that?
Sure.
Petra is going to grumpily march to the entrance to the hallway and keep watch there.
Pothos, you come with me.
Pothos goes with you.
My best buddy, Pothos.
Each of them carries 2 javelins. 2 of them carry spiked staffs, and one of them carries like a broken old sword.
Darn. No driver's licenses. No identification. I don't know, guys.
Did you see that starburst pattern?
Oh yeah, I was going to ask. Did we see that like on the map or on the doors we came through or something like that?
No. None
So
of
the
those.
starburst pattern doesn't look familiar.
It might to you, actually. Give me a second.
Oh.
I want to double check something. Okay, actually, Petra doesn't even need to roll to identify this particular symbol.
Ooh.
It's the ensign of light and law, which is it's sort of a god agnostic lawful religion which worships like a primal life force, and it's all about like, it's very similar kind of in some ways to kind of like a Christian doctrine in that they're very lawful and like organized, but they don't have a deity. They just kind of worship like,
It's like an
the
idea.
idea of light and law itself.
And so does it look like this symbol was like painted or whatever specifically on this drum, or they used something that had that symbol on it to make the skin of the drum?
It looks like it was tattooed onto the skin of whatever was stretched across the drum, and similar tattoos are on the other bodies.
On the malformed bodies?
Yes.
Reg, I think these used to be followers of, was it the doctrine of light and law?
Yes.
The doctrine of light and law.
Oh, I should totally know more about this.
Being that you're lawful.
So, was it just Bindel and Pothos that returned to the lower level?
Yes.
So, the passageway that you came through after climbing upwards was kind of on the rightmost side of the room when you emerged, so it would be the left as you're now facing the opposite way. Let's say the east end of the room.
Sure.
And then kind of smack dab in the middle of the room, there's a big archway that leads to some stairs downward.
There's another passage down here as well.
Is it choked with vegetation?
No.
Maybe let's check that one out. There's lots of places in here to hide, and I'm pretty sure I see figures going about.
Okay, if we don't want to murder more people, this might be the better way to go. It was self-defense, though, to be clear.
Well, it was all necessary up until the point where Reza stabbed the guy in the back.
That was self-defense as well.
You commanded him to surrender. He did not surrender willfully.
Reza was under a lot of stress, and a hypothetical Reza in a hypothetical situation might a hypothetical similar situation might hypothetically do the same thing.
Yeah, there's a thin yellow line that we should never cross. And it's made from my puddles.
All right, we will join you down there momentarily.
That's how we judge the lawful enforcers of this world.
By puddles?
Yes.
No, the hypothetical situation analogy.
So Petra will trudge down the stairs to join them at the other tunnel.
All right. So this particular doorway is kind of like in the middle of the wall, and then like the one you had come through before was on like the east end and like overgrown with vegetation, and then the entire like wall is overgrown with vegetation except for where you cleared it off, that east passageway. All right. So I assume you guys head down the stairs.
Yes.
So you climb downwards for maybe 5 minutes or so, and then you come to a dead end that's just like a solid stone wall in front of you. What were your past careers for your characters?
I was a wizard's apprentice.
A goat, indeed.
Petra was a blacksmith.
Oh, okay.
Fur trapper.
All right.
That's random.
What?
I don't know. It makes sense why Reza's good at traps and stuff.
I will search the area.
Okay. So you spend, 10 minutes, right?
Yes.
I think so.
10 minutes looking over this wall, and you can't really come to any, like, you don't find anything particularly noteworthy.
Should go back up and play on the drum set.
Maybe it's an illusion or something. Petra will try detect magic.
Okay.
Oh, That's a 24. Do you need all the details of it, or is it not magic to detect?
No, there's no magic to detect.
Okay. It functions through any sort of impeding material, stone, wood, iron, at any distance within the range. So if there's something magical behind the stone wall or whatever, I can detect that.
How far did you say?
Range is 30 feet or more. It increases in range at the next higher roll level that I didn't get. So within 30 feet.
No,
Okay.
nothing.
All right. We think there's a secret door here, right? That's what we're betting on?
Something like that, or the wall moves.
Give me a blessing.
You get it.
Everyone, eye protection.
All right. That will be a 15. So Petra will get +1 to her next blessing. Okay, there we go. So that's a 25. I give, what is it, 1d3. So, oh no, that's 3. So +7, 10-foot radius.
All right. Here we go. Some high-end magic. This is the good stuff.
Yep.
Wow. That's really good stuff.
Wow. What are you casting?
Knock. Yeah!
You haven't used this spell
Ever.
ever.
I imagine it like One Punch Man when it's a bunch of mundane punches or whatever.
In a staggering display of power, the caster causes all portals within 1 mile
Oh, God.
to blast open in a violent burst. This includes windows and shutters, cellar stairs, attic trapdoors, oven doors, city gates, as well as normal doors and portals. Objects are affected regardless of size, complexity, or magic protection. Even secret or invisible doors suddenly open, and passages concealed by tapestries are suddenly revealed as the tapestries fall or fray. There is a 25% chance that any given portal is also destroyed in this display of magic. Moreover, this is my favorite part, normal fasteners and stoppers are loosened or dislodged, such that wine corks fizz open, lids fall off dinner pots, shoelaces unlace, snap, loosen, belts unbuckle, and so on. The caster can vary the impact to range from completely disassembled, where creatures' clothes fall off of their and their wineskins burst to douse them, to merely loosened, such that pants loosens and shoes are unlaced.
So all of Pothos' armor falls off?
Petra's armor comes off too.
Nice.
Even though it's cursed and can't be removed?
Even magical locks are undone.
So the
straps would come off.
strap's loosened, but I still don't know if she can pull it off of her body.
I mean, they come undone. It
Yeah.
says regardless of magic.
It should just fall off like meat off the bone.
What was the chance of stuff being destroyed?
25% per
Per
portal
thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's per thing.
The two,
Oh, my pants!
you have a robe on.
Petra's armor.
My
just falls
bandolier
off.
almost fell
wait,
off.
Let's see. So the straps on Petra's armor snap as they fall off.
Petra, you are.
Petra, slowly tries
Oh!
to remove the cuirass.
Oh, God! That
Of her armor?
stench!
Yeah, it's just like
Pothos walks over, dragging his armor towards Bendel.
Oh, let me help you with that.
also.
She's gonna spend whatever else is going on. She's gonna start removing her armor.
Oh, God!
So the wall in front of you guys blows open,
Jeez.
revealing
Nice.
the chamber that you were in before, with the pillars and the wafers, the holy wafers, and the shadows. Before you went through the 3 doors on the lower level.
Oh, shortcut. Probably the way you're supposed to go.
Wow. I lawfully stare at Petra as she just.
Hey,
She's
your
still-
pants are on the ground, Reza.
Yeah, that wasn't the spell.
She's still wearing her clerical robe beneath
Dude,
the
they
armor.
would be so gross
they'd be so
by
fucking
now. And
disgusting.
probably,
I don't know that would even still be on your body if you're constantly washing it and never removing it.
Yeah, it'd probably be rotted through in places and stuff.
I've heard people just stand in rivers, and then the current of the river just washes what it can reach.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it clean, because then she's also wet beneath the armor and growing like fungus and shit.
Yeah. Well, you can dry off with a quick run. I'm joking. Maybe fanning?
She doesn't care. She knows it's going to be awful, but she hasn't been able to remove this armor. It's gross. She hates it.
Yeah, you can actually scratch now where you want to, like your back.
Like, she'll go back to the weaker chainmail now.
Oh, it smells terrible.
I apologize, everyone, but I have not had the chance to do this in months.
Just to be clear, I didn't dispel the magic either, so don't put that back on.
No, I will not.
Oh, gross.
Reza grabs one part of the armor and just puts it in his backpack.
Bindel move.
The cod piece.
No, she wants to, like, take it and see if she can get the curse removed, and even if it stops being, like, +1 plate, it'll still be plate armor that she can maybe wear.
I feel like we could use it to punish someone, though, too. We could put someone in the armor.
It's like Porticus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, hey.
Well, I guess we're not going this way.
Well, we've been here.
We already came this way.
I guess we have to go down the other one.
All right, well, maybe we should go back and get your armor real quick.
Like all the way back to town?
Are you going to walk around naked?
You could put on that hunchback armor. I mean, it looks like it smells way better than your cursed armor. Let me smell it. Ooh, Kevin Sorbo.
We're not particularly pressed for any kind of time doing this adventure, right?
Not that we know of.
Oh.
I get and 2 experience points.
Dang. Oh, yeah, okay.
Wait, do I need to heal? I know I've gotten... Oh, it's only 2 hit points.
Well, there you go.
Thank you, Bindel. I did not know you could do that.
Incidental. I'll take the thank you, but I'm just letting you know it wasn't intended.
It was...
It wasn't not intended, but...
If you had the choice, you would have helped in such a fashion, yes?
Yeah, happy consequence.
Happy indeed, despite this smell, yes. Do not... I am not immune to it.
Probably good. Probably good to air that out. You should get out of the armor more often. I don't know how long it's been. A while, I think.
It has been months.
How many feet to a mile?
5,280 feet are in a mile.
Can you read that description to me one more time?
Yeah.
Does that mean like the magical bazaar, all the tables are like flipped over? And
The tables wouldn't be. Locks. Anything that
Locks.
can lock. Fastened, closed.
Well, because I think of like screws.
No. Not
Screws
like
in a
that.
lock. Okay.
In a staggering display of power, the caster causes all portals within 1 mile to blast open in a violent burst.
And now here it's when it says portal, it doesn't mean like
Well, it'll...
interdimensional or
This
magical.
includes windows and shutters, cellar stairs, attic trapdoors, and even doors and city gates, as well as normal doors and portals. Objects are affected regardless of size, complexity, or magical protection. Even secret or invisible doors suddenly open and passages concealed by tapestries are suddenly revealed as the tapestries fall or fray. There is a 25% chance that any given portal is also destroyed in the display of magic. Moreover, normal fasteners and stoppers are loosened or dislodged, such that wine corks fizz open, lids fall off of dinner pots, shoelaces unlace, snap, loosen, belts unbuckle, and so on.
Okay.
I assume, like, vines covering portals would be moved, too.
Yeah.
We could go on. I mean, Petra still technically has an 18 AC because of the shield. It's not the super high one we've been dealing with. We've been, benefiting from.
It's completely up to you.
Oh, wait. She also still has her shield, which gives... Was it +1 or +2?
+1. But
Plus
remember,
one,
you have to
okay.
have one free hand for casting. So if you have your
That's right.
shield out, you're not sorting. If you're sorting,
Well,
you're
she
not
might
shielding.
she might switch to sorting and not spelling because +1, so she'd have a
A 19.
yeah, she'd have a 9. So she'd have the same value as her magical armor, with just the
Yeah,
shield and the
without-
shield. Yeah, she would just have to not spellcast. I don't know. Do we want to like deviate like an entire day or something to go back to town so she can get her chainmail?
I don't particularly want to, but
Yeah,
it might be the smart move. So it's completely up to you.
I don't particularly want to. I think I'm okay with going on.
All right, let's just continue then. Well, back up to that other area. Or maybe if that opens something else, we'll notice it.
Porthos, do you mind switching roles now that I am bereft of my armor?
He just looks at you.
Like, you take the lead, are you okay with that?
He reaches towards your sword.
With his teeth?
Yeah.
No, you do not get my stuff.
He walks away dejectedly, leading the group towards the area they wanted to walk towards.
This isn't a pack mule goat, though, right? Like, we can't strap javelins on it and have it, like, stab
He
things.
can't use anything mechanically in the rules. He can't use any items.
Yes.
Unless it's a ring.
Rings,
Or a necklace.
necklaces, and the goat armor. That's
Yeah.
it.
Real quick, can I ask you guys your movement speeds?
Oh, well, Petra's is significantly increased now that she's wearing no armor.
Back up to your
Shocker.
base 30?
Yeah, back up to base 30.
35.
30.
What does
30.
30, I'm sure. Okay.
So you guys make your way back up to the chamber that you were in beforehand.
Yeah, unless another passageway opened up that we can see now.
And when you're in the lower level,
Yeah.
before climbing the balcony, you can see that. So you guys came through a portal on the east side before, and then you went down the stairs in kind of the middle of the room, and you can see now a bunch of like vines and vegetation have been blown off of a door that was kind of concealed behind them on the west side of the wall. And in addition to that, there's a broken chain on the floor, and the door is open.
Oh, there we go. That looks promising.
Well, let's go check that one out. In case we need to clarify, the new marching order is Pothos, Reza, Bindel, Petra. Unless Bindel and Reza want to swap.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
So just totally reverse the marching order.
Yes.
Jesus is still in the middle.
Naturally, yeah.
Supernaturally.
Did Reza mention anything about needing healing?
Oh, I'm good. I thought I had less, but I'm at 12, so I'm actually
Out
okay.
of-
14.
Oh, okay.
I'm at 17 out of 20.
The
very
door
healthy.
opens into a short, narrow hall ending in a bowled-out chamber. Roots, lichen, and moss cover the walls, ceiling, and floor, nearly congesting the hall. Past the vegetation in the cleared chamber beyond, you can make out a figure hunched over the coals of a dying fire, and what looks like thousands of runes scrawled upon the ceiling, walls, and floor.
I agree. Great evil. My wizard voice is coming in handy now. If only I'd get my wizard eyes.
So the detect magic I cast lasts for 2 turns, so we only had to spend 10 minutes in that other space before you knocked, right?
I mean, my knock doesn't take 10 minutes.
I know, but we searched the room. Oh no, I cast detect magic after that.
Yeah.
All right, so that means
it should still be good.
my detect magic is still going, Danny.
All of those runes.
That's basically what I'm asking. Are we within 30 feet of where the runes are scrawled?
Yes, and there is nothing magical about them.
But they are glowing.
No,
Oh, okay, they're just scrawled.
correct.
He's also hunched over embers of a fire, right? Mm-hmm. The personality of the group. I mean, I know that we say I am, but I think we mean that more like in a bad way.
Greetings, stranger. I am Petra of the cloth. We do not come aggressively.
Oh, welcome. Come on in. Yes, has the Raven of Death finally flown her coop? Yes, come in.
Petra will slowly walk forward. Which is all this you've got here? She asks, pointing at the runes.
We're here to find a Jedi Master, Yoda.
Findel stays where he is.
Come back. Come, have a seat.
I don't
You going in there to back him up, Razor?
Sorry,
the rats
hold on,
feed
what
off of me.
What did he
Which
say?
of us is more divine? Please, come.
I
come,
roll
sit
hide
here,
in
sit
shadows.
here.
What?
Hide in shadows. You mean sneak?
Sneak.
What's
Sit,
who-
sit.
who are you?
Please, sit. Come on. I haven't had a visitor in so long. If you sit, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why. Azazel doesn't eat noodles.
I mean, Azazel's definitely a name that Petra recognizes, right?
I mean, yes. Petra would recognize Azazel, I'm sure.
I've been trapped here for ages. When will you be leaving?
Why are you
Please,
trapped
sit,
here?
Sit.
The door is open now. I don't think I want to get closer to him, Benjel.
I'm not egging you on. It's up to you.
Come.
You're the one always trying to
I
save
will
people.
tell you the secret of the three-headed crow. Come, sit. Come all. Come. Why do you hide in the chamber there?
Clotho
in
sits.
the hallway there.
Not
You're good.
by the fire, just
No,
where he
just
is.
right where he is.
Come, sit,
So
please.
I don't detect any magic in this whole room.
No
Okay,
magic.
I roll for.
Magic.
I try to detect traps.
Magic.
I try to detect ill intent. I try to detect poisonous cookies or old people smell.
Oh, a lot of old people smell.
I don't know. It might be overpowered currently by Petra.
No, you got a holy vag. That's redundant.
So you're trying to sneak into the room and check for traps.
Sure. Yeah.
What's your sneak and what's your check for traps?
He means your bonuses.
Yeah, I know. My sneakapoos.
Your sneakapoos.
Not gonna sit, huh?
No, I'm very disinclined to sit.
+8 for sneak. And then my find trap is +7.
All right, so as the gentleman is speaking with Petra, Reza kind of sidles into the room, and he discovers that the room is kind of divided into 8 kind of distinct arcs radiating out from that central fire pit, and there are 7 spring traps in the shadows above the chamber with like sharpened wooden stakes, and you notice that the place he keeps like ushering Petra to sit in is directly underneath one of those.
So now I push the guy on the chair.
What are you doing? Get your hands off of me, you son of a bitch! Huh? Has the mad archpriest recanted yet? Huh? Scion of light, heathen I say! And he bats at Reza.
Reza just pushes him onto the other seat.
Yep.
Pushes him onto the. Yes, Reza pushed him
trap.
onto the spot that would have triggered the trap.
No, that doesn't trigger the trap. The trap is triggered by standing in the safe spot and like pulling a lever. So nothing happens from sitting down.
Well,
Unhand me, you oaf!
well. What do we want to do with this guy?
He starts pulling on Reza's hair.
What'd you find there?
I have my hands kind of full right now
No,
with this old group. Oh no! There's look. He's trying to get us to sit down
old-timer,
and
look
stab
over
us.
here. That's my light bulb.
There we go.
They say I'm mad. Azazel's the bad one. Bleed the light
Ooh,
out of him
nice.
if I could. Damn you!
Light bulb. Oh, I need a D6.
Oh, you gotta use your dice. I told you, I'm looking for Yoda. Do you know of him?
Charm person.
Tell me more about these noodles.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. The caster targets a number of creatures equal to 1d6 plus caster level. The entire party and this guy. Just kidding. Just the guy. Each target must make a will save or fall under the caster's complete control as if they were his friend. However, the target will not perform actions that are suicidal or which a devoted friend would not otherwise do. Will save of 26.
What?
He can do
Okay.
it. I believe in you.
Well, he could have rolled a 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me all of your secrets, and don't trap us in your horrible death trap.
You need to formulate the question better. It's like all his secrets.
Oh, yes, the location of the relics are at the end of the chamber down the other side of the hall. And Azazel doesn't eat noodle soup because he doesn't want to get the soup on his robes. I sit in that corner over there, that one right there. That's where I bury it. I bury it. I've been writing all these runes. Yes, my friend.
Yeah, show us where you said those relics were.
Okay.
Excellent.
He walks out of this hallway and leads you back to the hallway that you entered this room from the first time.
Okay.
And he points down the other end of the hallway that you didn't go down. They're right down there.
Go first.
All right, lead the way.
Okay. So he walks into the hallway.
Oh, let me, this lasts, minimum next day if he has over 18 int. 3 days if he has 16 to 17. 1 week if he has 12 to 15.
Okay.
It just gets more ridiculous from there.
So he leads you guys down the hallway towards the room at the other end, and you're following behind him. And then he's a few steps ahead of you when suddenly he disappears from sight, and you hear, "Oh!" And then you hear a heavy thump.
Check for traps.
You don't need to check for traps. You're the ones who climbed up through the hole in the floor the first time.
How did he...
fell through the hole that we climbed through?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because it's on the other side.
Indeed it is.
Oops.
How you
I
doing?
thought there was a bunch of vegetation through the floor that we.
Yeah, but it broke through the floor. So it broke through the middle of a hallway.
Yeah,
So we went up one side, there's a hole on the other side, and that's where the vegetation was dying, right?
Yeah, and it's not like the whole floor is gone. Like, you can easily go around that
He just
if you know it's
noticed the hole.
there.
I see.
Yeah, if
How you
know
doing
it's
down there?
looking down the hole, you can see the broken and twisted body of
The old man.
the old man.
Well, Azazel will be coming for him soon.
Not before I roll his body.
You gonna climb down there? No, well.
I'm raised at the wall.
He's raising the lawful. He's good at climbing.
Master Shadows.
What is he going to have? He has been in there for who knows how long.
Maybe he has a spoon for digging his poop holes.
I am a collector of spoons.
He is a spoon collector.
Recently, yes, this is true.
No, before that. I linked you the thing.
Edmund's Emporium, issue 1.
There's a bunch of backstory stuff that you're never going to get unless you listen to
He's
that
the
episode.
spoon thief.
Volume 1. Part 1 of 1. Oh, yeah? It's
Do you actually go down there and roll his body?
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay, good.
Let's continue onward then.
Go around the hole we know is there because we climbed up through it.
I don't go around holes I don't know. I have to inspect all holes I do. Is this an unnatural hole?
The overgrown hall opens to reveal a small square chamber, some 3 paces wide on a side. In the center of the room is a toppled altar, lying cracked on the floor. The flagstones beneath the altar have been pried up, revealing a small vault once hidden beneath the altar. Roots and moss spill into the chamber from the hall, dying off before reaching the far side. The exposed walls reveal an intricate mural depicting an army of skeletons herding the living like cattle into a dark cave.
Well,
Let me pull out my magic detector.
Aren't I already doing that? Oh, Patsy shake Petra.
Is that still active?
It was. I don't. Did it take? It's been. It was active for 20 minutes. Has it been that long to get down this way?
Yeah, I think
Probably.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would think so.
Whole
Then I'll
interaction.
roll again.
Don't forget you still have the disapproval from last time.
So I can detect magic stuff within the 30 feet. I can't distinguish the difference, like if a creature was magical or if it's carrying magical equipment. And if it's, it is blocked by objects like 3 feet of wood, 1 inch of solid metal, or 1 foot of stone.
You're definitely getting some feeling of magic. Do you get like a a vague sense of direction.
I'm aware of magical enchantments on any object or creature within range. So yes, I would be able to tell what objects were giving off the magic.
Whole chamber.
Is the whole chamber resonating magic?
No.
Okay.
It's coming from the direction of the mural.
The mural of the skeletons hurting people? Mm-hmm. All right, I'll move closer to that wall.
Maybe,
Approaching the wall.
Wait. As he starts to move, I put my hand on his shoulder, or her shoulder. Maybe, we have our trap detector go now, and I shake Razor.
Oh, this is good point.
Activate trap detector!
My cheeks are like pushed against my face, and you hear. Okay.
Sorry, that second one was a little pocket action.
Wait,
Got a little too close to the mic.
pants pocket? All right.
As you start heading across the chamber and approaching the far wall, you're overcome by a faint sense of dread, as if sensing your own impending doom.
I do.
Petra will. Is that Reza or Petra's?
Well, that's Reza,
Okay,
because
yeah.
he's the one walking towards it.
I do a double dash backwards, like in a fighting game, like a wave dash, like. And I'm like, Bindel, this does not feel right.
All right, well, the coward came back. Go for it, Petra.
Yeah.
Petra will cast Blessing. Oh, that's a pretty good one. Giving.
Never said a 3/4 share for a half share's job.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're hunting a lich, and you're like, zippity da 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 do.
Who said anything about a lich?
All right.
It just has, I don't know.
+6. She'll set a hand on Reza's shoulder, and we will do this together.
And Jesus sets a hand on Petra's shoulder. That's right.
Thanks, Jesus. I know you always have my back.
Don't worry, Pothos. We're not left out. We're just in a group of our own. Want some more of my ration? Me too.
So Petra will encourage and assist Reza to check for traps.
Damn it. All right. I gulp really hard. And then I wring my wrists a little bit. I do like one of these like little things.
It's okay, Reza, I am here.
Ah, jazz hands. Yes.
Yep, jazz hands. And then we walk towards the wall. So I do that thing where I like try to push Petra kind of in front of me, as like
Petra does not walk in front of you. She will walk exactly next to you.
I grab Petra's hand.
You reach for Petra's hand, and Jesus takes your hand. Don't worry, I'm with you.
Who are you? Everybody, you're like the Mr. Poopy Butthole of this episode. What the heck?
Jesus is always with us. What are you talking about?
Creepy.
I can't see him either.
Oh, you're just going with it? Sweet.
I pretty much always just go with it.
Bindel goes with.
Also, I never have any idea what time it is anyway.
I gotcha.
Been with this party an indeterminate amount of time.
Distracted with this banter, I shuffle towards the mural again.
Not too distracted to check for traps, though.
Obviously. I hope.
What are you checking for traps?
So the mural has cows and
No.
no. What do we? You said the wall. Oh, the floor and the ceiling.
mural is on a wall, right?
It depicts an army of skeletons herding the living like cattle.
Oh,
into
like
a dark
cattle.
cave.
I just thought it was just cows. It's like, wow, those are some sad cows. I can see why PETA's all about that PETA life. Okay, what do I check?
The wall?
I guess I check the wall. Or I check the floor in front of the wall first.
Then the wall.
You don't find any traps on the floor. You're pretty sure
I'm so
there's
scared.
no traps there.
I'm really just buying time at this point. Okay, I check the wall.
Remember, this is with a +6 from Petra's blessing.
So 14.
Only when he checked the floor. The blessing's gone now.
But it
Oh,
lasts
'cause
for-
10 minutes?
Oh, it does. Okay, you're right. Good point. Petra will cast another blessing. 16, It's only a +1.
It's fine.
He was like, I'm so scared I'm going to waste my blessing on the floor.
I'm not, dude.
You don't find any traps, but you do discover that while the mural was painted with bright pigments, you notice that part of the cave wall where the mural is actually covered with dark clay.
Like there's the wall stone, and then there's a portion where it's clay instead of stone, or something.
So this is like a natural walled chamber.
Oh,
This is
okay.
not like constructed, and that part of the wall has like clay over it, or like there's the wall, and then there's this part of clay that is made to look like it's part of the wall.
Smash it. Smash it open.
Petra will take the job of.
Wait, not yet.
Oh.
What's beneath the upturned floorboards or paving
Tiles.
Paving tiles.
The nook beneath the altar is, let me see. You find an ancient sheet of fine silk embroidered with some sigils, which includes like a imagery of a three-headed crow and which is stained with blood. And the nook itself is pretty large, but that's all that's inside of it.
There's no runes or anything on this silk?
No.
And that didn't show up as magic when Petra was using. No. Okay.
All right. Now you break open the clay and we fight the three-headed crow.
Okay, I'll use my
So no one's collecting that piece of silk?
I have it. I
Okay.
went in there and got it.
I'll use my makeshift pole arm, so I'm like kind of at a distance.
Poking at it?
Yeah, just poking at it.
All right, so you poke at the clay and you break it and reveal a small hole in the wall. Just big enough that you could maybe stick your hand in there.
So I stick the the pole
No,
arm.
just put your hand in there.
Nope, stick the pole arm in there. I shine a light in the hole to examine it.
That's smarter. Get the Bendel belt over there. Get a nice focused beam.
And so you bring Bendel over and you like hold his belt and
It's a bandolier right now. Actually, I watched one of those things that you were talking about last time. The word's going to escape me.
It's a turban,
oh,
but it's
the
not.
chaperone.
I want a chaperone now. It's like a headlamp.
There's a small metal ring inside of the hole.
Ooh! Mine.
So you grab the metal ring and you can feel some resistance. It's attached to some kind of mechanism. And as you pull on it...
Oh boy. I stop.
Oh, you stop. Okay.
Reza, there's like a mechanism. Can you disarm it?
It might be the thing. Can I check it? I examine the mechanism.
So it's like a ring, and when you pull it, it does something.
Oh, it's like when you have one of those little toys and you pull the thing and it's like, there's a snake in my boot.
With my offhand and my weakest
Bendel has it.
finger.
Why shouldn't we just let him pull it?
He's the main character of the show. Reluctantly.
I'll do this with my left hand. The sinner's hand.
Okay, so Bendel pulls the ring.
All right. So
Find out what happens next time on Darker Realms. Thanks for listening, everyone. Follow us on the Twitter. Leave us a review on the Apple iTunes podcast thing.
And check out Instagram to see some interesting videos of us eating MREs for
And
the first
remember-
time.
Hashtag eat lions.
that does it for today's episode of Dorker Realms. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly of all, tune in next week.